If a cop says he's just following orders or just doing his job, but that results in the removal of your freedoms or maybe harm comes to you because of it, is that cop a good cop? Hey guys, study after study shows that if you want strong bones and muscles, healthy hair, skin, teeth, and nails, you need the 5 types of collagen in your diet. I get mine from BioTrust. I've got a link in the description with a massive discount, and it'll tell you all about it.
If what you're about to see is not an example of being embroiled in the cult of personality, then there can be no such thing as the cult of personality. Watch these people following Nick Fuentes. Watch this.
Let's flip and go.
It's embarrassing.
Roipers are in the building. Yeah. All right, we got a car. Roiper. 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 Roiper.
You ain't seen nothing yet on this either.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's flip and go. Oh man. This is what real American patriots look like.
This is America uncancelled.
Unchained.
Yeah! America first, Donald Trump!
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump!
Nick Fuentes. We want Trump. America. Yeah. We got the whole posse. Nick. 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 Nick.
Truth Addict says if that's what Patriots look like, we're effed. This is so cringe, man.
We're walking miles. This is Roiper HQ. So far. Sorry, the beginning of our
The mass psychosis of the crowd.
Yo, it's America first. It's white boy summer.
White boy summer.
Let's flipping go! Yeah! Where is it's in there. Over there? Where is Matt Schlapp? Are you Matt Schlapp?
Got to channel that inner Joker energy.
I'm Nick Fuentes, yes.
In the flesh.
I'm the Goiper. Hey, is that Zach Patrizio?
Man, that's just cringy and embarrassing. This is from Rebel News. Sometimes they put out some really good stuff, but I want you to listen to what this female cop says. I think this is in, it's somewhere in Melbourne, Australia.
Is it weird having to, like, do this instead of fighting actual crime in Geelong?
It's different.
You guys look bored. You look bored. I said you look bored. Nothing happening? I think...
Did you walk up here or?
From where? From the corner? Yeah. I tried to get a ride with some of your boys. They wouldn't take me. I don't know.
You should have jumped in our bus, mate. We would have taken you.
You're all right. I like him.
Not many guys that, though.
I was expecting a bit of a different thing today. Last night, some of your boys came to visit me at home.
Nah.
Did you hear about that?
No, we're from the country, mate.
Oh, you're from the country?
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys are all right. You're regional.
These guys are acting really, really cool, but wait till you hear what this lady right here says. The woman on the left here.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
We're from Geelong.
Geelong. Oh, country.
Yeah. Funny though, isn't it? It's country metro.
It's country metro. Wow, they brought you all the way from Geelong. There's no crime happening in Geelong at the moment,
No,
is
not
there?
today. No, it's really quiet. Everyone promised they'd be good.
Right, yeah. Geelong's got... Is it weird having to, like, do this instead of fighting actual crime and lie? It's got its crime problems. It's got its crime problems.
It's up there, yeah.
Like statistically speaking, it's probably a lovely place. I imagine it is, but statistically, there are probably bigger problems than people coming out without masks in.
Oh, we just get...
I feel for you. You don't make the rules, I know.
Did you hear that?
I know, I feel for you.
Listen to what she
about
said.
masks in.
Oh, we just get...
I feel for you.
Listen what the first guy says, oh, we just get told what to do.
Oh, we just get...
I feel for you.
We don't make the rules, you know.
You don't make the rules, I know, but...
We don't make the rules, we just enforce them. What does that sound like? It sounds like the Nazi SS who said, hey, we were just doing what we were told, we were just doing our job. That does not abdicate your own personal responsibility as a human being. If you committed a crime and your excuse for committing the crime is, we were just doing what we were told. Yeah, but you still just did a crime. Oh, we're just here to, hey, I'm here to feed my family like everybody else is. Yeah, but you know why? You know how you're feeding your family? You're feeding your family on extorted tax cattle revenue. Money has to be stolen to put it into your pocket, and then you agree to do that which is wrong, whether you believe in it or not. So you've given up your moral compass. You've trashed your moral compass. You've thrown it into the landfill. And basically what you're saying is, we're just going to do what the politicians tell us to do. That is the problem with this world, guys. Doing what you're told regardless of what is right instead of doing what is right regardless of what you're told. That is a fundamental, probably the fundamental problem in this world, because people have lost their way. They don't have the moral acumen to be able to say, you know what I'm doing is wrong, and I don't care who told me to do this. I ain't doing it. I am not going to harass these people because they're not wearing a ritualistic shame muzzle. I am not going to wear a ritualistic shame muzzle myself because I require oxygen as a human being personally. And I'm not going to take away somebody's rights because I wouldn't want that done to me. And yet here's what she says, and here's what they say. Even though they're friendly, guys, don't let their friendliness throw you off guard and throw you off balance. Listen to what they say. It's evil. It is evil to say, oh, we just get told what to do. I will hold you to account every day of the week if you say something like that. What if you get told to do wrong? Will you do it? Will you do it? If you get told to harass somebody when you yourself don't want to be harassed, are you going to do it? Now, I know you can justify in your minds all day, well, the reason we're doing this is because the person we're approaching is a public health risk. And so we view ourselves as protecting the public, even though we've never done that for TB or SARS or MERS or H1N1 or bird flu or swine flu or Ebola, for goodness sake. But now we're going to do it because the people who fill the politicians' pockets with boatloads of money, i.e. big pharma, and then pharma through the politicians through the lobbyists fill the pockets of the big pharma. So big pharma is scratching the politicians' back and the lobbyists' back, and the lobbyists and the politicians are scratching the politicians' back. And who suffers in the process? You and I do. How do we suffer? Because law enforcers like this, conformists who do what they're told regardless of what is right, approach you like that guy who was just walking out in the street, nobody else around, drinking a coffee, gets hounded and harassed and arrested and thrown into a cage because he was just acting like a free man. That's what's wrong with our world, guys. They are the pipeline, the conduit through which evil enters the world. Because if all you had was just the rules of the politicians written on pieces of paper, but nobody to enforce them, it wouldn't be a problem. But because you have the enforcement class, the immoral enforcement class, that's where most, if not all of our evil comes from.
Yeah. You don't make
We don't make the rules, you know?
the rules, I know, but I know, I feel for you, I know.
And because they were so nice, this guy, I think his name is Avi. Yeah, Avi Yemeni. He does really good interviews. But because they're nice, it's almost like you as an interviewer feel obligated to kind of be nice back. Okay, I don't want to rock the boat. These cops, these armed enforcers are being super nice and super cool, and they're kind of laughing with me and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to drop a truth bomb on them. This is when you should drop a truth bomb on them. This is where courage actually comes through. This is where you gotta sidestep this irrational fear of being the stick in the mud, and just puncture the fabric of darkness with just a little bit of ray of light.
I've seen it. I've actually seen a divide in Victoria Police, even the non-country. The country, you guys are all good. It's a city boys.
You guys are all good. Come on, man. He just placated right there.
The divide. Half of them are on a power trip. The other half are like, shit, I don't want to be here.
So who visited you last night, sorry?
I got a letter from Luke, what's his name? I can never pronounce. Saying that you're not meant to come and do my job.
they're acting all cool, but they've already admitted that at the drop of the hat, if somebody told them to, they would interrupt your freedom with just a little bit of tyranny. But they'd have a smile on their face. Look, it's friendly tyranny.
You know what? The whole world is interested in what is happening in Melbourne at the moment. We've done a year and a half of some of the toughest restrictions in the world and some of the craziest enforcement.
Enforcement.
It's a shame because I think it's actually, like, you'd feel it, the divide between the people and the police. People, I think a year and a half ago, I was campaigning for Back the Blue. And I can't believe today I'm standing here going, half the time, I don't know, it's like case by case basis. It's whether the blue are behaving or not.
It's really not a case-by-case basis. If you're backing the blue, if you're in the blue, if you're part of the thin blue line, I don't care if it's in the UK, I don't care if it's in Australia, New Zealand, America, Canada, it doesn't matter. If you're part of the thin blue line who's enforcing the laws of politicians and harassing people and taking away their freedoms, you are a part of the problem. There's no good sliver of an organized crime syndicate. Well, these gangsters over here are fine, but the Eastern gangsters, they're better. What? Better evil? What are you talking about?
But like you said,
unfortunately about Avi Yemeni, he does, when somebody, I don't care who it is, if truth comes to the forefront, it's just to be acknowledged as truth. But yeah, the unfortunate part about Rebel News and the people who are involved in Rebel News, including Avi Yemeni and, the other people, Ezra Levant or whoever, they're pro-Isra HE double hockey sticks, man. And that's basically, we're pro your enemies. We're for your enemies.
Orders, but it's what you do. You get discretion as well. You've got discretion.
Do you go to the supermarket and yell at the checkout chick because of the price?
I don't know.
Do you yell at the checkout chick because of the price of the milk? Well, if the checkout chick was trying to do something against my will and without my consent, and they were trying to take away my freedoms, don't you view that as a little bit different than the price of milk and your grocer's cooling cabinet? Isn't that just a little bit, isn't the price of milk and a candy bar and steak and all that kind of stuff just a little bit different from what you guys foist? Are they foisting tyranny on the land? Is the checkout person actually trying to come against my will? Or are you guys coming against? Don't you see a difference there? Isn't that apples and oranges, what you just said? Very easy to see. Smokescreen question. Hey, look, the checkout chick's just doing her job. Hey, look, the cops who are taking away people's freedom and throwing them into cages and separating them from their families and wreaking economic havoc and terrorism on them, it's a different ball of wax there.
Way.
I do.
Yeah, you do, but you're from Geelong. She's probably a criminal.
Yeah, exactly.
No, like, I don't do that, but that's fine. But there's a lot of people that don't do that, and I've witnessed, some really over-the-top enforcement over people that don't deserve it.
The more I think about this is basically a pro-thin blue line, pro-tyranny video. Even though they say they're against it, this is far more deceptive than what any police force could come out with. I don't know. Leave your thoughts about this. What do you guys think about this? I don't think there's anything else that they say. I wanted to really just hone in on what this lady said and what this guy said. Hey, basically, they make the rules. All we do is follow them. Yeah, but in your following rules, do you realize you're splitting up families? You realize you're stealing people's freedom? You realize you're wreaking economic terrorism and hardship on people? You're closing businesses? You're messing with the free flow of commerce and information and, an individual's desire to be free. That's your job? That's your job? That's your profession? Are you comfortable saying that's your profession and you're okay with that as long as you're just following orders? It's not my responsibility that I brought evil into my land. It's not my responsibility that I'm doing to that person what I wouldn't want done to my own mother or father or brother or sister or anybody in my family. Not my responsibility. Yeah, it is your responsibility. You can lie to yourself all day long if that's how you have to pacify yourself so you can sleep at night. It's still not true. So leave your thought. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. While we have time and it still retains some of its perceived value, maybe it'd be a good idea to convert your worthless fiat into valuable, storable food. Don't be the one who waits till the food riots start happening.
You don't want to be fighting panicking people in the store over that last jar of peanut butter. At Prepare with High Impact Flicks, you can get up to 3 air and watertight gasket sealed ammo cans, each filled with a 4-week emergency supply. 7 food varieties, 2,000 calories a day, 284 servings, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and each meal comes in a resealable, heavy-duty 4-layered pouch. And it's got a 25-year shelf life. Every order of a 4-week supply gets you $100 off plus free shipping. Here's how simple it is to make. I'm going to cook up some Granny's home-style potato soup. People are going to think I'm a culinary hero. You open the pouch, boil 4.5 cups of water, stir the contents, simmer on low heat for 15 to 20 minutes, take it off the heat, then let it set for 2 to 3 minutes before you serve it up.
Man, this stuff's so good. People are going to think Granny stopped by and filled your kitchen with a whole bunch of love.
Well, if Granny does stop by, she's going to fill your behind with a whole bunch of buckshot if you keep talking with your mouth full. Wipe your dang beard off. It's embarrassing. So maybe convert some of your worthless fiat into valuable food while you still can. Order now and get $100 off of up to 3 4-week emergency food supplies at preparewithhighimpactflix.com. The link is in the description.